Whoa! Welcome to another Until It Done video. And yes, I finished the script for my first regular video, so bear with me, guys. Oh, there's goose. That's nice. Look at this, brothers. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. 2.89 cents. $2.89. They expect us to accept a trip that costs fuel money double than what it's get, and then they ask why drivers not doing good job. Because you don't pay them well. You're taking a hefty money from the riders and you refuse to pay a fair payment for the drivers. I asked for Uber because I needed to get Uber. That's occasionally happened for Uber drivers to to ask to get the Uber ride for obvious reasons, and it was cost me like $4 per mile, but that wasn't the amount of money for sure that the driver got paid. And I'm not talking about commissions and fees things, alright? I'm aware of it. Uber charging drivers more than what it should charge from the rides. Period. Do you want the drivers to be more enthusiastic about accepting rides? Yeah, and it's so simple. It's so simple. Just listen to me, Uber. Just listen to me. It's so simple. Make a better prices for the rides. Actually, the actual purpose for me to ask for Uber was I made a big giant leap in my walking target at that day. So I wanted to walk a very large distance to the limit that I got exhausted, and I tried to ask for Uber at the last 3 miles, but it didn't went well, and I had to walk them back. And actually, this is the main reason of this Until It Done video. This is what I want to talk about. For most of us, we barely move. We barely walk our feet. I think we have kind of a flipped standards, a flipped upside down standards. We are so much fascinated about the looks, about the lady getting thin, about the beauty, and about the standards, not just for a rare people in the genome pool, but many times it's not even real. It's a Photoshop. It's a lot of filters in the PC. Forget about the tons of makeup used every year to make these models. So 8 packs with good apps, that's doable. I agree, it's doable, but it's not as extent as in some pictures. Besides, the 6-pack, it's not healthy. People think that it's rock hard. No, it's not healthy. That's a scientific proof. Go and Google it. So what I wanted to say is that we forgot what's the idea of having arms and legs and a body. We're looking for them as a decoration, that's not healthy, that's not good. Our body parts, that sounds so creepy. Anyway, you got my idea. Our limbs are tools to do jobs to serve us. They are not decoration. They are not to look nice. They are to serve purpose. Your arms are good to catch stuff, to hold things, to support you when you want to walk, to carry the stick if you're walking for a long distance and you need more support on your trip, to climb if you need to climb some stuff. There is a fire? To be able to swim long distance to survive. That's what your body job is. That's what your limbs jobs. Not to be nice, thin, sexy, etc., etc. It's nice to have, but focus in the jobs. Why I'm saying this? The distance that I walked wasn't that big distance. Actually, before I got this dramatical change in my physiques, I walked that distance, and even longer than that distance. But I felt exhausted. I think it was like around roughly 6 to 9 miles. I felt my legs felt tired of it, and there is something wrong, not just about our diets, also about our way of living. If we can get more money, it's not to spend more at the market, it's to get more time to exercise. That's what I believe what we shall do, which is basically turn us to go back to the farming. Anyway, I'm not preaching for anything here, alright? So imagine for me, for example, if I parked my car in Gilroy at the early morning and started to walk and toward north, and I reached San Francisco City. I reached San Francisco City from Gilroy and Foot, let's say. People will applaud me. They will be like, oh wow. They will applaud me. Well, I imagine that if someone from the medieval days, like especially people that's Middle Eastern, like lived in the desert, if you think about it, if someone from the medieval days time travel to these days, I feel like his reaction will be when I got such accomplishment like walking from Gilroy to San Francisco City. He will be like, seriously? Gilroy to San Francisco make you tired? I walked 500 miles in 3 days, and you think that it's a big distance? And he will be right. He will be right. Like, think about it. People luxuriously they had horses, like not always on foot, but people cross the desert 500-600 miles in the desert were on foot sometimes, hunters sometimes. Like a lot of them had, lot of times a man was crossing the desert he has arrows, bow, a sword, sometimes a dagger, and a leather bag for water. I don't know what it's called, okay? No, seriously. A container for water, arrows, bow, sword, sometimes a dagger or a knife, and other than that, his clothes, and he have to hunt to survive, which is basically arrows are most likely recyclable. Like, he killed the animal, take the arrow out, put it back in the pack, you know? He used more than one arrow if the first arrow didn't hit a running deer or whatever. Think about it. He have to harvest the water. So he had to make a very huge accomplishment to get a serve of quarter gallon. And they were like real survivals. And that was the normal. That's what our body made for. That's what I'm saying. I don't say that we should resent the tools that we have. No, I never said that. But we have to keep up our body in the shape that to not be restricted. Do not make moving restricted by our proprieties. If this car got broke and I don't get help, I have to walk to get the help. And unfortunately at this time we consider it a dangerous task because we don't prepare our body for such things. So, and in this enlightenment, let me, like how I used to do the until it done recently, finish stuff with a joke, most likely. So, yeah, I have a kind of a good joke, and it's so much kind of represent my personality, I believe. Like, the joke is a lady applied for a secretary job, and her potential boss asked her, what the worst thing of you? What the worst thing that you have as a habit? And she answered him, it's my brutal honesty. And he said, I don't think that's honest is a bad thing. And she responded to him, I don't give a what you think about it. Anyway, that's it for now. I hope you enjoy this video, and if so, please leave a like and share the video with over who you like. And also hit the subscribe button and ring the bells for more notification. Until then, I will camp here to get my sheeps. Yeah, I bought sheeps again. Me, I bought sheeps again for the next video.